Bill O'Reilly here, Tuesday, September 15th, 2020. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Here's what's happening across our nation. Democrats move to ban the use of tear gas and rubber bullets by police. Economists say Joe Biden's platform will raise taxes by trillions. New York Mayor de Blasio says no to the Thanksgiving Day parade. Europe bringing back lockdowns. Americans raid their savings accounts to survive COVID. Also ahead, income inequality. What the heck is that? But first, Senators Ed Markey and Bernie Sanders introducing new legislation that would ban police departments all across the country from using tear gas and rubber bullets on rioters. The senators claiming the weapons promote, quote, structural racism, because they are most often used against communities of color, which of course is nonsense. Control agents are used by law enforcement when things get out of control. Color has nothing to do with it. A study by the University of Pennsylvania says Joe Biden's economic plan would raise taxes by $3.4 trillion over 10 years. Most expensive components of Biden's platform include expanded public health, Medicare, increased unemployment benefits, and the infamous Green New Deal. New York Mayor de Blasio calling off the city's live annual Thanksgiving Day parade. However, the event will be broadcast on TV and the net, featuring staged balloons in Midtown Manhattan, secured to vehicles instead of people holding them. This is the first time revelers on Thanksgiving will not march, dating back to 1924. Wow. Some countries in Europe bringing back COVID shutdowns as cases rise there. UK banning gatherings of more than 6 people. France tightening as well. Paris reporting more than 10,000 new infections every day. A new report from CNBC says 3 in 10 Americans are draining their retirement accounts to pay their bills during the pandemic. About 30% of us have tapped into investments over the last 60 days. The average amount pulled out is about $7,000. In a moment, do you have enough money? That's next. Hey, you don't need to be an expert to know that consolidating credit card debt into one low fixed rate can save you a ton of money. So start saving today with a credit card consolidation loan from Lightstream. The average credit card interest rate can run more than 19% APR. But Lightstream's fixed rate credit card consolidation loans start at 5.95% APR with auto pay and excellent credit. Get a loan tailored to your needs from $5,000 to $100,000 with absolutely no fees. The application is all online and you get your money as soon as the day that you apply. Save even more with an additional interest rate discount. The only way to get this discount is to go to lightstream.com/bill. lightstream.com/bill. Subject to credit approval, rate includes 0.5% auto pay discount. Terms and conditions apply and offers are subject to change without notice. Visit lightstream.com/bill for more information. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. Income inequality. That is a rallying cry for liberals and some Democrats across the nation. They believe the capitalistic system is unfair and must be controlled by a giant federal government. First, the money facts. There are about 19 million millionaires in America. That's about 6% of the entire population. A lot of that money was inherited. There are only 621 billionaires in this country out of a population of 330 million. 621. There are 120 million households overall in the USA. Those earning less than $50,000 a year, 48 million. Households in the U.S. earning $50,000 to $100,000, 35 million. Households earning $100,000 to $500,000, 10 million. Households in the USA earning $500,000 to $1 million, 8 million. So you can see that most households earn less than $50,000. Most of us are modest earners. Now, money is tied directly to education. According to the U.S. Census, 34% of Americans have a 4-year college degree, a third of us. They earn an average starting salary of $50,000 right out of college. 10% of folks have a 2-year degree. They earn $42,000 to start. 13% have a master's degree or higher. They earn a whopping $78,000 to start. High school grads, well, they start out making $30,000 a year. What a difference. So how about race and gender? 32% of white Americans attend a 4-year university. 20% of black Americans do. 15% for Hispanics. 52% for Asians. Women make up 52% of all college students. That number goes up to 55% for grad school. Now, there is income inequality in America because there is skill, intelligence, and educational inequality. It's all tied together. Men and women may be created equal according to the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence, but what they do with their lives affect their assets. So if you have little in the skill level, in the education level, in the motivation level, you're going to be poor. And no government's going to change that. They can give you money, but it's not going to be enough. You're not going to prosper. So this is all a big ruse, income inequality. America is based on hard work and learning a skill. If you do that, you'll have enough money to have a good life, unless there's some kind of crazy thing that happens to you. That is the truth. Learn it. Live it. I'm Bill O'Reilly, and I approve that message by writing it. Disagree? Bill at BillO'Reilly.com. And please consider my new book, Killing Crazy Horse. You'll like it. In a moment, something you might not know. Are you sick of not being able to fall asleep? Are you struggling to be productive because your sleep is suffering? Ebb has developed a science-backed solution that targets the cause of sleeplessness, racing thoughts. This drug-free, clinically validated solution has changed lives across the country. Wear the new Ebb Cool Drift headband for 20 minutes before going to bed as part of your nighttime routine to target the cause of your sleeplessness and calm your racing thoughts, priming your mind for a restful sleep. It's time to get that sleep. So, please try Ebb Cool Drift, risk-free, for 60 nights, with free shipping too. You will thank me. Try Ebb free today at tryebb.com/Bill. That's TRYEBB.com/Bill for a risk-free 60 nights. Now, the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. Since its founding 2,000 years ago, the Catholic Church has played a major role in politics, especially in Europe. The 20th century is a good example of that. In July 1949, the Catholic Church issued a formal decree against the growing communist threat, actually excommunicating any Catholic who supported communism. 32 years later, Pope John Paul II, now a saint, issued a major condemnation of Marxist regimes, particularly those in Eastern Europe and his native Poland. In May 1981, John Paul was shot by a Turkish assassin as he entered St. Peter's Square in Vatican City. Years later, his private secretary published a memoir claiming the Pope believed the Soviet Union was behind the attack because John Paul despised communism. Quote, "It cannot happen that one group of men, especially one social group, however well-deserving, should impose on a whole people an ideology, an opinion contrary to the will of the majority. Poland must have political self-determination for its citizens and the formation of its own culture and civilization." Unquote. So for nearly a decade, the Pope would encourage democracy with weekly radio addresses in Polish. In 1989, against a backdrop of liberalizing moves by Soviet leader Gorbachev, the Polish government agreed to negotiations with other political parties. Elections were eventually held. Communism was over. Said Gorbachev at the time, quote, "The collapse of the Soviet Union would have been impossible without the presence of the Pope and the political role he played on the world stage." And here's something else you might not know. Today, the Catholic Church has a slightly different approach towards Marxist principles. Pope Francis promotes some socialistic ideas. He supports open borders, opposes exploitative free market capitalism, and believes in social and economic justice. Said the Pope in 2019, "Hunger will not end as long as the logic of the market prevails and profit is sought at any cost." Unquote. Back after this. How bad is your back, knee, or neck pain? Mine was pretty bad. I played 4 sports when I was younger, and it's catching up with me now. I tried a lot of stuff to manage the pain. Ointments, pain relievers, fish oil, nothing worked. So a doctor friend of mine recommended Omega XL, and here's why. The underlying cause of painful, achy joints and muscles is inflammation. The key to knock down inflammation before it causes damage is backed by 35 years of research, and that's what Omega XL does. The doctor also says, quote, "I can't write any prescription that comes close to what Omega XL accomplishes." She was right. So if you're suffering with painful, achy joints and muscles, stop wasting money and switch to Omega XL. Order Omega XL now and get a second bottle free. Visit omegaxl.com/bill, omegaxl.com/bill, or you can call 800-844-4888, 800-844-4888. Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.